Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 Schaumburg High School Commencement Ceremony. I would like to start by inviting you all to please rise. Graduates, please remove your caps for the playing of the National Anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, and welcome again to the 49th Schaumburg High School Commencement Ceremony. My name is Brian Harlan, and I am honored to be the principal at Schaumburg High School. It goes without saying, but I am thrilled to be here in person this evening. Thank you for all joining us here, and thank you to those joining us remotely on the live stream. The faculty and students have worked incredibly hard throughout this year and leading up to tonight's ceremony to assure it's the best graduation possible. This evening, the class of 2021 will receive diplomas attesting to the fact that they have completed their course of studies at Schaumburg High School, and they are at the conclusion of this chapter of their educational journey. We have worked together with our graduates the last 4 years to help them build a solid foundation for their future. After this evening, we will greet our graduates, not as students of Schaumburg High School, but as members of our community. I want to take a moment to recognize two groups of students with special designations in our program this evening. Students wearing a white stole this evening represent members of the National Honor Society, and students that are wearing yellow cords and a medallion this evening represent the 34 academic scholars in the class of 2021. Congratulations to both NHS members and academic scholars. There is no doubt that this evening's long-awaited ceremony is an important one for all those in attendance. Joining us this evening is the Superintendent of Township High School District 211, Dr. Lisa Small. Also joining us this evening is Township High School District 211 Board of Education President, Mrs. Anna Klimkowitz. And we also have Township High School District 211 Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Stephen Rosenblum. Before I address the graduates, there are a couple of other groups that I'd like to acknowledge, people without whom we would not be here today. I want to start by thanking and acknowledging the Schaumburg High School staff. These dedicated teachers, counselors, activity sponsors, coaches, administrators, support staff, and all other staff members at Schaumburg High School care deeply about each and every one of our graduates. They have worked incredibly hard these last 4 years to support them both in and out of the classroom. Graduates, I speak on behalf of our entire staff by letting you know that we are incredibly proud of you. Next, I want to thank all of your families for the endless support they've given you the last 18 years. This includes not only your parents, but anyone who's helped you along the way. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, your friends. Graduates, over the next 2 to 3 months, you will all be venturing down new paths and going in different directions. As you prepare to move on to the next phase of your life, do not forget that these people will continue to be there for you as you need them and when you need them most. And now, our graduates. I especially want to thank you. You have been Saxons together for the last 4 years. I've been able to serve as your principal for what can be described as this very different senior year, to say the least. I consider it an honor to be part of your journey. It goes without saying, but these last 15 months of your careers, you've had to persevere and overcome challenges beyond your control, and without a doubt, greater than any set of challenges in any class in Schaumburg High School's 50-year history. I want to assure you, you were incredible in the face of adversity. Your hard work and commitment has brought you to this moment this evening, and I can imagine that when you reflect on all the challenges that you've had to face the last 15 months, it's a bit emotional. I know it is for me, and I think it's only healthy that we collectively find a way to release some of that built-up emotion we are feeling. All right, graduates, I'm going to ask you to do something a little bit non-traditional at this point in a graduation ceremony. Graduates, can you please all rise? Typically, we hold the applause until the very end of the ceremony. With all that you've had to overcome to get to this point, I thought this is simply not enough. Graduates, please join us all in attendance this evening to make as much noise as humanly possible, letting out all of that emotion to cheer for yourselves and your peers graduating this evening. Thank you, graduates. You may be seated again. That felt really good. I can say that. Graduates, you showed an unquantifiable amount of grit, and you were there to pick each other up when things seemed insurmountable. Thank you for being amazing this year, Saxons. Graduates, as you move forward, there will no doubt be times when you are again faced with additional challenges and hardships. When these arise, I encourage you to reflect on how far you've come the last 4 years and all you've had to overcome the last 15 months. I have no doubt you will leverage these experiences to carry on and accomplish great things as you move forward. You all have limitless potential, and I'm excited to see where your paths take you. This last year may have allowed you to see the path more clearly, but it may also have led to less clarity. I want to let you know that that's okay. But as your path becomes clear and you embark on the next leg of your journey, I encourage you to approach the path as writer Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Thank you, class of 2021, from the bottom of my heart. And don't forget, once a Saxon, always a Saxon. It is now my pleasure to announce and introduce our senior speaker for this evening, Miss Julia Hutzel.
Good evening, graduates, dear parents, and faculty members. Since I can remember, I have been dreaming about giving a speech at my high school graduation and talking about the amazing experiences my friends and I have had during the last 4 years, especially during our senior year. Now, looking back, I sadly realize I don't have that many memories. Many events I have dreamed about, wished for, simply did not happen. But I know it is not just me who thinks so. I know that all 515 students in the graduating class of 2021 in some way can relate to my feelings. Therefore, instead of reminding us about the hardships we have encountered and changes we adapted to, I want to talk about the knowledge we gained and the personal growth that followed it. Because we know growing is uncomfortable, but it blooms into a passion that changes the world. Throughout my 4 years at SHS, I learned from others to always look for the silver lining, to be positive and no matter what, keep a smile on my face. I want all of us to look at the bright side, especially today, because despite the hardships of this year, despite the losses on the way, despite the isolation and missed experiences, we made it. Despite all the odds, we still managed to graduate. So let's give ourselves a big round of applause. Even though this year was nothing like we had anticipated, we had an opportunity to make it special. It was uncomfortable, but we persevered and patiently learned how to use Zoom, except maybe Mr. Cassidy. We grew in unity and kindness, doing community-serving projects, sewing masks to help our classmate Emma Davenport and Masks Now Coalition, and stuffing the bus with food and necessities. We had fun at the homecoming drive-thru and winter formal experience. We enjoyed our prom and an amazing senior parade. Some of us were able to play that last game, have a senior night, or prepare for the last high school musical play. The circumstances were different, but we received our long-awaited blue t-shirts. However, our high school experience is not constrained to our senior year. We have had so many memories in the past years, both happy and sad. Maybe it was seeing many amazing performances at Arts Alive as a freshman, throwing a pie at your favorite teacher during St. Baldrick's, or simply cheering for your fellow Saxons at sports events that made you smile. My heart tightens as I remember seeing my best friend dressed up like a Whisker girl during Homecoming Spirit Week, or celebrating our Powder Puff victory junior year. In one way or another, we were all touched by the loss of Mr. G and the passing of Miss Franklin. But we learned how to mourn the losses, hold on to the memories, and move forward. As we reminisce on these moments, let's not forget that we grew through the discomfort. We stepped outside of our comfort zones to explore the unknown. We became better students, friends, members of the community, and most importantly, better human beings. By adjusting to the very weird situation we live in now, we showed our strength, everyone in their own way. The challenges were different for all of us, but we persevered till the end. By getting to this point, we showed that we are all capable of success in the future. Regardless of our personal grit and hard work, there were moments throughout the past 4 years when we all needed help. For me, it was at the very beginning of my life as a Schaumburg high school student that I needed the most support. I realize now how fortunate I was to be a part of the ESL department at our school. It was a place where my high school journey started. There, I received much needed support and inspiration. We all had a unique high school experience, but I am sure each of you had a staff member or two who played a very significant role in your life, guided, supported, or inspired you. I believe the faculty and staff at SHS influenced each of us in a positive way. Therefore, on the behalf of the entire student body, I thank you, SHS staff. Having this opportunity, I would like to specifically thank my ESL English teachers, Mrs. Fanelli and Ms. Cahan, who inspires their students to grow and improve by providing them with the resources and warmth they need. You make us believe we have the power to change the world. Thank you for your inclusivity and respect for all of the students and our differences. On this note, I would urge you, class of 2021, to find ways to express your gratitude to those family members, teachers, or friends who helped you make it to the graduation today. Whatever path you take, whether you enroll in a 4 or 2-year institution, a trade school, join the military, or decide to start your own business right away, I wish you to find happiness within that path. We already know that life will not be easy, but remember that we have the power to change the world in whatever way we see fit. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you luck in your future. Keep growing, keep discovering your strength, and keep pursuing your passions. There is a happy future awaiting us, full of love, laughter, and success. Every graduation is worth celebrating, but ours especially. Class of 2021, we did it. We showed what Saxon Strong truly means. I want you to always remember to choose to be strong, just like we all chose to be this year, to push till the end and to work hard. Remember, you deserve to be here today, so put your most beautiful smile on, even though people might not see it. Congratulate yourself, and let's celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Yulia. It is an honor to next introduce Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Stephen Rosenblum, with remarks for the class of 2021. Mr. Rosenblum?
Good evening, graduates. It's a special moment to be here with your parents, families, friends, teachers, staff, and administrators, both here watching and watching via live stream, perhaps in the parking lot outside. I am so happy to join with you here tonight to celebrate all of your accomplishments and successes over the past 4 years of high school. Actually, this is a celebration of all of your education so far. This occasion is being held in the shadow of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has led to a truly unique educational experience over the past 15 months. Seniors, you have all come through successfully, as evidenced by your presence here today. I'm reminded of a quote by the great American educator Booker T. Washington, who once said, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has overcome." Over the past 4 years, you have navigated not only an array of personal obstacles to get to this day, but also a common obstacle in the pandemic that you've had to overcome with your fellow graduates. Your perseverance and ability to overcome all of this is proof that you can be successful in anything you make up your mind to accomplish. I have faith in you and the impacts you will have on everyone here in the future. Whether you choose a career, college, military service, or other next step in your lives, I wish you luck in whatever path you decide to pursue, and I am so excited to see what new levels of success each of you will achieve. You are so blessed. As it is sung, well, sort of, you want one moment in time when you're more than you thought you could be, when all of your dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to you. Give you one moment in time when you're racing with destiny. Then, in that one moment of time, you will feel eternity. Saxons, this is your night, your moment, your time. On behalf of the District 211 Board of Education, I am thrilled to hereby accept the class of 2021. Congratulations, Saxons.
Thank you, Mr. Rosenblum. Your words and support for the Schaumburg High School class of 2021 are greatly appreciated. Throughout their time at Schaumburg High School, the students before us have been working hard and earning academic credit. It is my pleasure to certify to you, Dr. Small, Mrs. Klimkowitz, and Mr. Rosenblum, that all students receiving their diplomas this evening have met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the State of Illinois and the Board of Education of Township High School District 211. I'm grateful to be introducing two of our wonderful faculty members who will be serving as our name readers this year. From the Social Studies Department, Mr. Robert Casentino, and from the Science Department, Mr. Bennett Lobo. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, it is time to call the roll. In keeping with dignity of the tradition, we ask that you refrain from any applause until all of our graduates have crossed the stage. We feel strongly that each student deserves to be recognized individually on stage. A name is going to be read every 2 to 3 seconds, and every graduate deserves the recognition, and their families deserve to hear their names read. We also ask that members of the audience stay seated throughout the ceremony. Professional photographers will be taking pictures of each diploma presentation. Once again, we thank you in advance for holding your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. Junior marshals, please prepare the graduates for the presentation of diplomas.
Daniel James Abieda.
Zachary Ryan Morosco.
Daniel Alejandro Aboitis.
Mariah Vasilyeva Marinska.
Lockett Reddy Aid.
Haley Colette Marshall.
Fortune Samuel Adelar.
Joseph Angelo Massey.
Neda Adamovic.
Alexander John Massaridis.
Edan Aguiar Cordova.
Danya Massa.
Joseph Xavier Gabriel Aguirre III.
Sophia Elizabeth Mateo.
Noah Calabuso Agustin.
Jesus Matos.
Arsha Ahmed.
Binta Indao Mbe.
Malak Ahmed.
Nicholas Thompson McCoy.
Jason Yamato Akers.
Donald Patrick McCormick III.
Sufyan Ahmed Al-Jibran.
Brendan Nicholas McGowan.
Miriam Mazen Al-Shar.
Sean Matthew McHugh.
Kamran Mohammed Ali.
Brian James McIntyre.
Gavin John Allen.
Connor Edwin McJanet.
Gavin Brody Amblad.
Ryan William McMurray.
Henry Franklin Anderson.
Rayan Ashraf Magani.
Taylor Evelyn Apple.
Jillian Jose Mendez.
Eric Nicholas G. Arceo.
Jocelyn Sierra Mercado.
Diana Xiomara Arias.
Adam Mikulowski.
Esmeralda Armis.
Erica Ann Mickleborough.
Marlon Princea Arnold.
Matthew Scott Minier.
Mia Rachel Arkia.
Hyder Ali Hashmi Mir.
Edson Isaac Arredondo Torres.
Leah Renee Mitchell.
Hiroshi Modesto Wakao Avila.
Felipe Sahul Monaco.
Jasmine Aviles.
George Esteban Monaco.
Olivia Kathleen Ajacek.
Sherlyn Morales.
Alan Bahovic.
Dominique Rose Moreno.
Doha Beg.
Andrew Robert Morielli.
Rayon Beg.
Matthew Kevin Mortel.
Sufyan Beg.
Ian Martin Much.
Hannah Noel Baker.
Ryan James Robert Muldoon.
Jacqueline Isabel Balderas.
Angel Buniun Murillo.
Presley Rose Bainey.
Patrick Kenneth Murray III.
Brian Barrera.
Brandon John Naylor.
Sophia Cristina Barrios.
Karina Caroline Najar, academic scholar.
Ethan Jacob Barchen.
Mia Antoinette Nanini.
Leah Nicole Barchen.
Anne-Marie Rose Narsky.
Brajit Basu, academic scholar.
Delaney Grace Nash.
Alan Bautista.
Olivia Anna Nasuda.
Sneha Bidu.
Neha Lakshmi Nath, academic scholar.
Brandon Andrew Behrens.
William Grant Nelson.
Nicholas Joseph Bellman.
Batgon Nugui.
Connor August Bending.
Tatum Morgan Neville, academic scholar.
Sai Kumar Bandar.
Natalie Isabella Ing.
Arjun Bharadwaj.
Juan Twinkeet Win.
Aman Pritesh Bhatt.
Simon Niku.
Madhav Bhatt.
Cameron Demond Nix.
Zoe Catherine Binder.
Jonathan Robert Niersbach.
Ashanti Nayeli Blanco.
Mataush Niashawa.
Jackson Elias Bori.
Edward Alberto Nunez.
Alexander Wayne Brown.
Pedro Manuel Nunez.
Kareem Vanille Brown Jr.
Declan Michael O'Connor.
Scott Lishung Brown.
Olivia Joy Oberwise.
Blake Ryan Buchanan.
Dylan Martin Ocampo.
Laura Janine Burdick.
John Joseph O'Connor IV.
Brandon Xavier Burns.
Abdul Malik Ayamid Onilagbale.
John Joseph Calabria Jr.
Jesse Orea.
Karsten Turner Canella.
Amreen Owais.
Gilberto Sebastian Canu.
John Stephen Owen.
Edwin Ezekiel Carbajal.
Deanna Michaela Kaylee Padron.
Christopher David Cardenas.
Amelia Regina Paelmo.
Ashley Mayu Karhi.
Joshua Andre Palasige.
Nicola Jose Caracola Jr.
Ray Joseph Palmieri.
Jonathan Sado Carrasquillo.
Adrian Panic.
Thomas Reynald Kerrigan.
Victoria Panoha.
Melanie Janelle Casey.
Elizabeth Sakura Parrish.
Jessica Castro.
Aditi Dharmesh Parmar.
Anthony Joseph Cavalier Jr.
Kaylee Elizabeth Parsons.
Jonathan Cesares.
Noor Pasha.
Sydney Marie Centeno.
Arya Patel.
Michelle Shinjin Sarudi.
Ayush Rakesh Patel.
Sander Thaddeus Chagoya.
Barka Vimal Patel.
Sean Chowdhury.
Bella Dinesh Patel.
Linnea Marie Cheng.
Devanshiben Rajeshbai Patel.
Rick Ignacio Chavaria.
Eric Jatankumar Patel.
Ryan William Christians.
Esha B. Patel.
Molly Catherine Christoffel.
Janvi Atul Patel.
Esther Ro Chung.
Jasmita Hitalkumar Patel.
Nicole Marie CNG.
Jay Mehul Patel.
Matthew Warren Chiminello.
Kival K. Patel.
Salvador Cisneros Jr.
Kaya M. Patel, Academic Scholar.
Taraya Gloria Lachey Cleaves.
Krish Patel.
Stephanie Lewis Coombs.
Namra Patel.
Daubany James Cooper.
Prey Patel.
Kiaya Glenn Cooper.
Raj Patel, Academic Scholar.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Costa.
Reina Paresh Patel, Academic Scholar.
Anthony Joseph Costello.
Jiti Chetankumar Patel.
Matthew Richard Crook, Academic Scholar.
Sandeep D. Patel.
Jasmine Viridiana Cruz.
Sean Rakesh Patel.
Ian William Cusson.
Shiv M. Patel.
Brianna Marie Savick.
Cecilia May Balaktas Patron.
Zachariah Abdul Karim Dahan.
Stephen Sewell Patwa.
Emma Blair Davenport.
Donna Paola Pedroza Aranda.
Stephanie Ann DeGrazio.
Felipe Perez Miranda.
Alexandra Elizabeth Delisle.
Hillary Diana Perez Zampanino.
Manan Nimesh Desai.
Mecca Taiwan Emmanuel Perry.
Kira Kana Diaz.
Michelle Marie Picardi.
Michael Victor DeJoya Jr.
Claudia Samantha Pollock.
Emily Elizabeth Dill.
Andrew Gregory Polos.
Alex Donis Jr.
Cody William Porter.
Sebastian Lancelot D'Souza, Academic Scholar.
Gwendale Kyung-soon Porter.
Daniel Thomas DuBose.
Alexis Monbune Prathalaman, Academic Scholar.
Chieko Robin Ogiwara Dunham, Academic Scholar.
Rita Puhalski.
Emma Doranovich, Academic Scholar.
Alexa Jimena Rabadon Cruz.
Grefal Camille Giza.
Adam James Radley.
Maggie Victoria Aker.
Sophia May Rainey.
Holt Olson Eftailfield.
Osiris Ramirez.
Shane Michael Ellis.
Horain Rashid.
Edward James Elzenbrook.
Emma Delaney Raup.
Alfredo Encico.
Miriam Abdul Razak.
Madison Gabriel Invia.
Allison Marie Regier, Academic Scholar.
Anthony Michael Esparza.
Matthew Reitmeyer.
Rafael Esparza.
Alexandros Vasilios Reyes.
Sofia Mariel Phelan.
Daniela Reyes.
Hermela Fernandez.
Joseph Gilguarin Reyes.
Madeline Janet Fierro.
Daniela Damaris Reyna.
Colin Michael Fitch.
Donna Rose Reyna, Academic Scholar.
Nathan Kevin Fitzpatrick.
Abigail Rose Reynolds.
Molly Margaret Flanagan Lewis.
Samuel Joseph Rickerson.
Molly Lynn Flandro.
Juliet Marjorie Riddle.
Natalie Joan Fogel.
Alvaro Rivera Jr.
Joseph John Forster.
Zachary Arnold Robinson.
Tyler Lee Fortune.
Rebecca Oralia Robles.
Anna Rose Frayden.
Abraham Rodriguez Jr.
Juliana Marie Franco.
Anthony Joseph Rodriguez.
Nathan Alexander Frank.
Daniela Rodriguez.
Claudia Fricano.
Maya Lizette Rodriguez.
Haley Lauren Frick.
Salvador Jr. Rodriguez.
Caitlin Jane Fuller.
Rosalind De La Cruz Rodriguez.
Ian Fusick.
Paula Jimena Rodriguez Enriquez.
Justin Todd Godomsky.
Ryan Armando Rojas.
Linnea Dehor Dolores Galbraith.
Camille Romanek.
Grace Kathleen Gaylor, Academic Scholar.
Sonia April Romero.
Dylan Joseph Gallagher.
Connor Gerald Rooney.
Jericho Runez Galeazo, Academic Scholar.
Thomas Alvaro Rosales Sharp.
Anthony Justin Garcia.
Samira Lee Rosenfeld.
Jesus Garcia.
Amanda Frankie Rumbus.
Jose Andy Garcia.
Samantha Jasmine Ruiz.
Kara Dominique Garcia.
Joseph Anthony Runyon.
Andres Thomas Garwood.
Grant William Sam.
Joseph Anthony Gianelli III.
Isla Sabik.
Elizabeth Barbara Gomberg.
Albin Sadiku.
Carolina Veronica Gomez.
Patricia Shalteka.
Madeline Grace Gonzalez.
Ariba Salim.
Zitlali Naomi Gonzalez.
Haley Marie Sales.
Brandon Christopher Gorospi.
Jordan Marie Sales.
Madison Marie Gordowski.
Francisco Joaquin Salinas.
Alexis Ann Grasse.
Angel Sanchez.
Clyde William Graves IV.
Anthony Sanchez.
Ashley Jessica Green.
Roberto Sanchez.
Morgan Elise Grayliak.
Edgar Sanchez Acosta.
Brian Angelo Guadarrama.
Connor Joseph Sanderson.
Ria Gundu Gandhi, academic scholar.
Jessica D. Sariev.
Ivan Gianluca Gutierrez.
Tyler Daniel Sarna.
Isabel Alicia Gutierrez.
Christopher Michael Sass.
Mariah Monique Gutierrez.
Anna Grace Scanlon, academic scholar.
Michael Anthony Gutt.
Jacob Thomas Scheffler.
Alexander Jess Guzzi.
Michael Joseph Shiola.
Erin Christine Hellman.
Michael Joseph Schneidau.
Nina Grace Han.
Melissa Nicole Schneider.
Grant Joseph Michael Hansen.
Kevin Donald Schofernacker, academic scholar.
Zishan Huck.
Lydia Yame Schultz.
Syed Ahmed Hashmi.
Justin Giovanni Signor.
Taha Syed Hashmi.
Adam Daniel Serafin.
Philip Shefmi-Swav Hashman.
Vanessa Schuyler Sarah.
Grace Marianne Hasek.
Moksh Jitenkumar Shah.
Connor Joseph Hazen.
Raya Hemant Shah.
Emma May Heiser.
Yashvi Rashmikant Shah, academic scholar.
Simeon Henderson II.
Laura Shakro.
Jeffrey Nicholas Hermosilo Jr.
Madhumitha C. Shetty, academic scholar.
Anthony Jeffrey Hernandez.
Kyle Owen Showmaker.
Tiembra Charissa Hicks.
Nina Ashley Silk.
Christopher Avery Hodges.
Amanjo Singh.
Carl Leon Holoshvitz.
Anaja Barbara Tyan Singletary.
Kira Sue Howard.
Anthony Durand Tayshawn Singletary.
Caitlin Nicole Howe.
Shalanda Sirichusiwang, academic scholar.
Peter Virgil Hunter.
Ryan Peter Skinder.
Sarah Jamil Hussein, academic scholar.
Dempsey Reese Scrobot.
Suhail Syed Hussein.
Kayla Joe Skurin.
Izhan Tamin Hussein.
Zachary James Sloan.
Talha Hussein.
Jalen J. Jarrett Sockwell.
Yulia Hutsul, academic scholar.
Fatima Sohail.
Lena Ingoldsby.
D'Angelo Solorzano.
Shayna Lee Ergang.
Devani Soni, academic scholar.
Kale Logan Iwansky.
Jasmine Sosa.
Ryan Arosha Jayawardena.
Patricia Marcella Spacel.
Emmanuel Isaiah Jefferson.
Yalda Kyle Spandieri.
Ashley Grace Jenks.
Joseph Walter Stagowski.
Luke Dale Jesse.
Joseph Sternbauer V.
Evan Miko Jevtik.
Anne Enomoto Anna Stribling.
Kiara Nicole Johnson.
Justin Robert Davis Strickland.
Anthony Joseph Johnston.
Naja Suleiman.
Unique Andre Jones.
Justin Ryan Sunvold.
Sierra Lynn Ann Jones.
Hamza Ali Syed.
Parikshit Anil Joshi, academic scholar.
Philip Sinovietz.
Ayush Manoj Kumar Kachia.
Julie Tai Tang.
Vishal Kalakuntla.
Thomas James Tang.
Edvin Karajic.
Eric Alexander Tapia.
Emily Lauren Kasperi, academic scholar.
Esteban Antonio Taveras.
Mina May Katzenberger.
Jamarian Armani Lewis Taylor.
Alara Renee Kayalik.
Malay Depeche Thacker.
Cassidy Lois Keller.
Harsh Abai Thacker.
Vaboff Keshari, academic scholar.
Amanda Carolyn Thiel.
Willow Ireland Keys.
Sophie Ava Tongvan Schultz.
Asad Udin Omer Kajga.
John Paul Tinebra.
Rumesa Khan.
Ethan Norton Todd.
Daniela Kanania.
Armin Nicholas Terosian.
Matthew Grayson Keir.
Andrea Janelle Torres, academic scholar.
Parker James Killam.
Andres Torres.
Brooklyn Lee Kinder.
Wendy Torres.
Emily Reed King.
Riley Ann Tavella.
Kenna Elise Kirchner.
Heaven Nicole Townsell.
Daniel James Clark Jr.
Thomas Sterling Tunquist.
Leslie Christine Knox.
Griffin Alexander Tyndall.
Glenn James Knuth.
Caitlin Jade Ullman, academic scholar.
Gavin Walker Kobe.
Jose Felix Urquizo Alvarado.
Hinan Hattori Coburl.
Adriana Urquizo Sanchez.
Zachary Call Corper.
Yashwant Sandeep Valmiki.
Sydney Grace Kozlowski.
Anthony Lawrence Varela.
Derek James Kulak.
Aaron Verghese.
Oscar Jersey Kulesha.
Rafael Alejandro Vasariz.
Gianna Joe Lakowski.
Melanie Guadalupe Vasquez.
Jaylee Paulina Lambino.
Timothy Robert Vendel.
Amparo Lara.
Alyssa Mary Vian.
Courtney Renee Larson.
Ethan Levi Vizitsu.
Erwin Larumbe.
Mia Lynn Volkamer, academic scholar.
Andrei Vitalyevich Larinovich.
Benjamin Michael Walbrun.
Carlos Manuel Lechuga.
Caroline Alejandra Walbrun.
Cesar David Lechuga Blanco.
Maciej Walczynski.
Daphne Samantha D. Lesgaspi.
Rebecca Bell Wallace.
Elijah Richard Leon.
Dawson Gregory Wallander.
Jacob Joseph Levin.
Rihanna Lauren Walter.
Arshiana Marie Lewis.
Victoria Fusha Wang, academic scholar.
Rafael Andres Leazma Bustios.
Megan Elizabeth Weber.
Oliver Daniel Ledeck.
Caleb
Ledecky.
Daniel Whalen.
Daniel Lim.
Michael Raymond Whalen.
Mitchell Ronald Lingle.
Javier Jason Whitehorn.
Luke Edward Locasio.
Savannah Simone Williams.
Samantha Ophelia Loster.
Shelby Monet Daniel Williams.
Anthony David Lovekamp.
Tyler Cole Wortham.
Ryan Justin Licht.
Akira Denon Wise.
Julia Josephine Lukashevitz.
Joshua Brian Zachary.
Luianda Sipokazi Mabuza.
Joseph Anthony Sad Zachariah.
Kaylin Grace Macri.
Ramsha Zakola, academic scholar.
Victoria Patricia Maike.
Estrella Zayas Pazan.
Yash Dilip Makwana.
Jonathan Nye Ziggy.
Emmanuel Malduanaro.
Charles Edward Zielinski.
Haley Bia Malley.
Maura Eleanor Zimmerman, academic scholar.
Anna Elizabeth Maniscalco.
Jason Michael Zmizlowski.
Jorge Rafael Manjarez Naveres.
Mackenzie Lynn Zolan.
Eve Lori Catherine Congo Mabepe.
Raya Say Zolper. Paulina Zoltkowski. Xander Martin Zwick.
Thank you. I ask that you please stay seated until the graduates have recessed. The graduates will recess directly outside of the Now Arena. We ask that you please exit the facility in a timely manner. Graduates, please rise. At this time, please move your tassels to the left. It is with great honor, parents, family, and friends, to present to you the Schaumburg High School class of 2021.